So what exactly is that thing strapped to Bruce Banner's hand? The second the Brand New Day trailer dropped, that small device on his wrist quietly gave away where this whole story is heading. Most people scrolled right past it. Ever since that trailer, we've got our first proper look at Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner in this film. And this time, he's pulled right into Peter Parker's corner of the universe, which is a strange, street-level place for the Hulk to suddenly show up. And almost immediately, everyone online asked the exact same thing. Why isn't he Smart Hulk anymore? We all figured that version was permanent. The calm, brainy Hulk in sunglasses, taking selfies with fans, was supposed to be the happy ending to his whole arc. And to be fair, people had every reason to get attached to Smart Hulk. For the first time ever, Bruce and the Hulk weren't at war with each other. He was funny, he was gentle, and he finally looked happy. After years of nothing but tragedy for this character, that peace felt earned. But here's the twist that changes everything. This story was never really about Bruce simply suppressing the Hulk. It's about a broken agreement between the two of them, and once you start seeing it that way, every scene with that device reads completely differently. Rewind to Avengers Endgame. That's the moment Bruce and the Hulk finally stopped fighting each other and made a deal. Two people who had spent years at war with each other agreed to share one body. And an agreement like that has terms, whether anyone says them out loud or not. The result of that truce was Smart Hulk. Half Bruce, half Hulk, supposedly the best of both worlds. Bruce got the strength and the calm, the Hulk got to exist out in the open instead of being feared, and for a while it honestly looked like everybody won. But it helps to remember, these are basically two different people sharing one body. The calm professor and the raging force of nature underneath him. Smart Hulk was only ever a balance struck between the two of them, and a balance is a fragile thing to build your peace on top of. But the two of them wanted very different things out of that deal. Bruce wanted peace, safety, and a normal life. The Hulk wanted the opposite. He wanted to be free, to be seen, and to matter, instead of being the thing Bruce was always ashamed of. So what if I told you that truce is actually where the real problem began? Because a deal only holds as long as both sides keep their half of it, and one side was quietly about to stop keeping his. Look at it from the Hulk side for a second. When Bruce switches him off, that isn't rest for him, it's closer to being erased. Every hour Bruce spends as an ordinary man is an hour the Hulk simply doesn't get to be alive. Now this whole situation was quietly teased a while ago in the Shang-Chi post-credit scene when Bruce turned up looking a little different. Sharp-eyed fans clocked that something had changed about him even then, and they were completely right to. The full explanation though came in the She-Hulk show, where the device and Bruce's whole situation finally got spelled out on screen. The trouble is, a lot of people didn't watch She-Hulk and don't want to. I don't blame you. So that's exactly what this video is for. I'll get you caught up. So here is what that thing on his arm actually is. Ever since Endgame, Bruce has worn an inhibitor strapped to his wrist. He designed and built it himself for one specific job: to keep the Hulk in check, so he never has to worry about getting too angry and losing control. The device holds his rage down and keeps all that gamma energy contained under the surface. With it running, Bruce stays Bruce. He can walk around as an ordinary man and never feel the other guy pushing to get out. And here's the uncomfortable truth sitting underneath all of it. That famous control of his was never really about willpower. It was a machine quietly doing the heavy lifting, pinning the angrier Hulk down beneath the surface every second of every day. And Brand New Day is not the first time he's leaned on this thing. He didn't just start wearing it recently for this movie. He was already using it back in She-Hulk, and here's the interesting part. Not for a fight. He used it to help heal the arm injury he took while doing the snap in Endgame. That snap saved half the universe and completely wrecked his arm, and this device quietly became part of how he put himself back together afterward. But once Bruce saw that the device could simply hold the Hulk down whenever he wanted, staying human stopped being only a medical thing. It became a choice. A very tempting, very convenient choice that he could quietly make every single morning. And I think that's the moment something quietly shifted inside Bruce. Once the device became normal, the terms of the agreement started to change. What began as healing slowly turned into a way to keep the Hulk on a permanent leash. Once you know to look for it, you start spotting that device everywhere. Shang-Chi, all the way through She-Hulk, and now again in Spider-Man. Nothing gets put in front of an audience this many times by accident. The movie clearly wants you to notice it and start asking questions. Now here is where the whole thing really starts to fall apart. Look honestly at Bruce's role in the world right now. Because when you study his actual place in things today, there's a very clear reason he's leaning on that device harder than he ever has. Bruce isn't out there fighting anymore. At this point, he's basically a retired Avenger, trying to live a quiet, low-key life. The kind of world-ending battles that used to demand the Hulk simply aren't part of his day-to-day existence anymore. Which means, given where the world currently is, the Hulk isn't really needed at the moment. And the Hulk that nobody needs is a Hulk that becomes very, very easy to justify keeping switched off for good. In a quieter world, a walking gamma disaster isn't much of an asset. He's more of a liability waiting to happen. So from Bruce's point of view, the responsible move looks obvious. Keep the monster benched and keep everyone around him safe. Then factor in Bruce's mindset on top of all this. For years, this is a man who desperately wanted to be rid of the Hulk entirely. That wish never fully went away. It just got a whole lot quieter once he finally had a device that could grant it. So now the math becomes very simple for Bruce. No real need for the Hulk and a device that lets him just stay human. Given that option, day after day after day, he keeps the man and quietly shelves the monster. But this is the exact part of the deal that Bruce is quietly breaking. The Hulk ends up suppressed for who knows how long, and all of that anger and frustration doesn't simply disappear. It sits down there, festering, growing, and waiting for a way out. Remember, the original agreement wasn't only that Bruce got to be in control, it was that the Hulk got to exist too. By keeping him switched off forever, Bruce isn't honouring that truce anymore. He is the one who broke it first. So the Hulk isn't a partner in this body anymore, he's a prisoner inside it. The agreement quietly turned into a cage, and every calm day Bruce enjoys as Smart Hulk is one more day the other guy spends locked away against his will. By the time Brand New Day rolls around, he's been stuck in that cage for more than 5 long years. It is only a matter of time before he forces his way out, and that inhibitor stops being enough to hold him back. And we've already seen the cracks in person. In She-Hulk, there was a moment where the Hulk got angry and very nearly came right out. The calm slipped for just a second and you could feel that older, angrier Hulk shoving hard against the device. There's a quiet irony in She-Hulk too. Bruce spends the whole show coaching Jennifer on how to control her anger the natural way. Meanwhile, the so-called expert can only manage his own anger by strapping a machine to his arm and hoping it holds. Bruce himself knows exactly how bad this could get. At one point, he basically tells people, if I'm not wearing this device, you run. That is not the line of a man who feels in control. That's a warning. Really think about what that warning actually means. He isn't scared of some outside villain showing up to fight him. He's scared of himself. He's scared of the person he becomes the very moment that little machine stops working. And here is the scariest part of all of it. Even Bruce doesn't truly know what the Hulk will do once he's finally free again. After 5 straight years of being caged by the men he agreed to share a life with, that reunion could go very, very badly. Now this next part is a spoiler, but not really because most people already saw it coming from a mile away. It might honestly be the worst kept secret in the entire movie. Savage Hulk is coming back in Spider-Man Brand New Day. The big, wild, smash everything first Hulk is on his way back to the screen, and Bruce is about to completely lose the wheel. Which means the calm professor is finally on his way out. No more Smart Hulk. The friendly version everyone got comfortable with over the years is not the version walking out of this film in one piece. You can already see exactly how this plays out on screen. That inhibitor is simply not going to hold. It breaks or it malfunctions at the worst possible moment, and the cage door finally swings wide open. And when the Hulk does come out, it will not be the friendly one, it'll be the savage one in full. And you already know he is going to be absolutely furious at Bruce for keeping him trapped inside this whole time. So what does all of this actually mean for Spider-Man? It means Peter could end up sharing a single city with a fully unleashed Savage Hulk. That's a young, street-level hero suddenly stuck in the same movie as one of the strongest beings on the entire planet. And don't forget, Brand New Day already has its own street-level threat circling Peter, like the crime boss Tombstone. Now drop a fully unleashed Savage Hulk into that same crowded city, and the whole board tips straight into chaos. And the gap in raw power here is massive. Smart Hulk was deliberately holding himself back the entire time. Savage Hulk does no such thing. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, with almost no ceiling anywhere in sight. And that is the exact road that in the comics eventually leads to Worldbreaker Hulk. The version powerful enough to crack a planet. Nobody's saying we get all the way there in this one film, but an unchecked, betrayed Hulk is how that terrifying door first gets opened. So when you finally sit down for Brand New Day, keep one eye locked on that arm the entire time. The moment that device sparks, cracks, or goes dark on screen, you will know exactly what is about to happen next. So that thing on Bruce's hand isn't just a gadget, it's the last fragile piece of a broken agreement. And in Brand New Day, the Hulk finally comes to collect on the debt. If this finally made the whole Hulk situation click into place for you, do me a quick favor and subscribe. I'm breaking down every single corner of Brand New Day, so you never have to walk into that theater confused. I'll catch you in the next one.